Did you know that Diamond P Sports was the first to produce television from Road America in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin? Yep, we were there to catch this unflattering moment for driver Desiree Wilson. Ditto for Jose Lee Garza, who, judging by the tire tracks, was not the first to go off in that corner. Trans Am driver Darren Brasfield was involved in this incident in turn 12 that found him rolling through 3 catch nets to put him out for the day. When you look closely at the highlight in this replay, you can see the cause of Brasfield's problem. He shreds the left rear tire on that Corvette, causing a loss of control, especially in braking heading into the corner. He was carrying so much speed that he could not possibly hope to stop that car. But it is for that exact reason that the SCCA installs safety nets there. Young Brasfield walked away unhurt, but he couldn't help venting what had to be a lot of frustration on anyone who would listen. 1985 brought us back to Road America for IMSA racing action. First casualty was Ian Schechter in the Zero GT prototype. Not only did he spin, but he got a little kiss right there from Doc Bundy. A little later, it was Ian Schechter again, this time almost T-boned by Derek Bell. What a ride. Steve reports via the Turn Workers communication system that the most dreaded thing that can happen to a race car driver happened to him. It's called one stuck throttle.
Right here, turn 12, you can see Steve has locked up the brakes. He knows he's in trouble. The car spins in a very fast part of the racetrack, slams backward into this tire wall. That absorbs a lot of the energy, but still, Steve takes an awful ride. Fortunately, the roll cage and all the safety equipment work, and Steve walks away from it.
In 1986 Road America, I felt a little sorry for the slower GTU cars. They were trying to stay out of the way, but still getting muscled off the track, as number 17 Al Bacon could tell you on that day. Then a scary moment as number 83 Don Devendorf came down the front straight backwards at around 100 miles per hour. He careened off the pit road fence, trailing fiberglass, slid across the track, and came to rest, happily without anyone hitting him or doing too much damage to his own car. In the GTO class, the track was slick, and Gene Felton found out the hard way just how slick. Then a simple shunt between the red number 5, driven by Jim Mullen, and car number 8, driven by Pete Halsmer, led to this.
In my opinion, he didn't have a pass made. I braked, I got back on the gas, turned into the corner, and lo and behold, Pete Halsmer thought he had a pass made. And I think this is going to be one of those racing accidents where I'm going to say he didn't have a pass, Pete's going to say he had a pass, but the net result is that my car's in the trees and he's out there still racing.
Well, Jim Mullen walked away from this one, probably finding it hard to believe that he had to climb out of a tree first. Our visit in 1987 started out with a bang, literally.
It looks like we blew a tire going down the straightaway, and that ripped all the suspension off it, so it was exciting, but luckily we managed to get a stop without hitting anything, so it'll be fixed and ready to go tomorrow.
Jeff, were you under braking or were you under power?
No, I was flat out in 5th gear. I was about 3/4 of the way down, and it definitely got my attention.
This next incident we're about to show you goes down in my book as one of the most spectacular and one of the most scary I have ever witnessed in road racing.
Here come your leaders, Brabham, Jones, and Watson, all running together through that very fast kink in the racetrack.
And Davy Jones is off the track. Oh, Brock, just a awful crasher. Davy Jones, Cyril Vandenberg, who was riding in 4th, came through and the Corvette had nowhere to go. He tagged the literally destroyed BMW. Now we're with John Morton as he rides through the debris. Let's just hope that Davy Jones is okay, Brock.
Let's take another look at this, Steve. Here comes Jeff Brabham in the Nissan. Right behind him, you can see him. There's Davy Jones getting his left wheels off on the dirt. The car takes a sharp right-hand turn and head on into that fence on the inside.
Now watch the airborne gyrations as car goes through. It spins 360 after 360. Davy Jones, right now awful glad he's in an IMSA-style endurance car because his feet are further back than the European version. And there comes Vandermeer. He absolutely was an innocent bystander, had nowhere to go, and hit with the right front and hit hard.
Jones is out of the race car. He stepped out of that March-built BMW-powered chassis.
Well, I was running second, very close behind Jeff Bradman, the Nissan, and going through the kink, I was tucked in very close behind him, and suddenly I had to lift to avoid from tapping him in the rear. And when I was accelerating coming out of the corner very close behind him, I just found myself in the grass on the outside of the circuit. And I found there when I was running very close behind, it's difficult to see. And the more that I think of it now, with the end plates on the Nissan, I think it's very difficult to see the exit of the track when you're in such close racing competition.
Davy Jones, a very lucky young man to walk away from that one unscathed.